Okay, so she does nudge you at times or jump up on you when she wants attention from you?
Yeah, a little, yeah.
I'm getting no from the husband and yes from the wife. So that
It's
usually...
not a ton, but like she'll.
It's mostly when he's home.
Now when she does that, does he pet her?
Yeah, I mean, you
Okay.
do. Not,
It depends.
yeah. It
Sometimes
depends
yes,
on who
sometimes
you
no.
go to. Yeah.
But when the dog basically nudges you or jumps up on you, it's saying pet me, it's giving you an order.
Mhm.
If we validate the order by petting the dog, then we're telling the dog, yeah, you're the boss of me. You get to give me an order and I will follow your order.
Okay.
So for me, so what I would recommend is under no circumstances from now, because of what she's doing and how pushy she's getting, and it's escalating the aggression and the dominance, under no circumstances would I pet her just if she asks for it. So what I do is when the dog asks for it, nudges or scratches at me, I give it a counter order. I tell it to sit or to lie down. Sitting and lying down are more subordinate positions for a dog. It's hard to look as tough when you're sitting or lying down. So I would want you to put her into a sit and then pet her for sitting. Petting the dog is our way of paying them. Or when I deal with kids, I say petting a dog is our way of saying thank you. You say thank you after the dog does something, not before. But if you had a job where you got to tell the boss whenever to pet you or whenever to pay you, you probably wouldn't be that good a staff for her, especially if you don't have any rules. So we have kind of a double jeopardy combination here that's really probably confused the dog into think that she has more authority than she actually does. So when I pet a dog, I like to pet them under their chin. Now you can pet them anywhere. If the butt is facing you and the head is on the other side, that's fine. You can scratch the butt. But when a dog feels good about what it's done, its nose is parallel to the ground or tilted upward. So I want to facilitate that body mechanic of feeling good for doing the things that we want. I call these desired behaviors. Now, the more often that we do this, then after a while, or not the more often, but after we do it enough, then the dog starts realizing the only way I'm getting attention from the human is by doing something for the human first. In this case, sitting or lying down. And then we reward it with good timing. Now, you want to do it within about 2 to 3 seconds of her sitting down. And then what I do is I scratch under the chin and I repeat the command word once. I do not talk to the dog. Now, you can talk to your dog if you have a bad day, come home, and the dog's calm, and you're like, man, can you believe that person cut me off? And, you know, the register tape ran out, or whatever it is that we had going on. But if when we're trying to mark a command, we want to use the command word and nothing else. So a lot of people will say good dog so much it confuses the dog because you say good dog when it comes, sits, lays down, just sits there, eats its food. So it means everything. So it means nothing. So I want to brand sit means sit. Does she have a command for lay down like that in this position she's in now?
She's not the best with laying down. Usually I have to like get down and like point
Okay.
at the ground for her to get.
So I'll kind of go over that. So from now on, if she nudges at you or scratches at you, I want you to tell her to sit, and then immediately start petting her under her chin and say sit once. As soon as you start petting her, and then pet or scratch a couple more times. Or lay down if she's already sitting. Or if she's sitting here, you can ask her to come and sit over there. Now, I do something I call passive training. So let's say that she comes over and lays down on the floor next to you like this on her own. You didn't ask her to. She's still in the position that you want. So if within 3 seconds of her laying down, you reach over and start petting her, you can reinforce that the action that you just did is something else that will also get my attention. And if we consistently say the command word at the same time that we start petting them, eventually they connect the two things and you say the command for lay down and the dog lays down. Now, one of the things I like to do, dogs are the only animal that can read a human facial expression. So when you're smiling, she knows you're happy. When you're upset and scowling, she knows you're not happy. Mm-hmm. So what I do is I come up with fun command words. For my dog, if I tell my dog to crash, she flops down into this position. And just like you're doing, most people smile. Yeah. She can read that. She recognizes I make people happy. Dogs generally want to make us happy if they're balanced and they have the right leader-follower dynamic. So by consistently just rewarding her after she does something on her own with good timing and assigning a command word, we can eventually teach the dog to do it. Now, this is slower than traditional training because you're not repping it a bunch. Sure. But if you pay attention, you're laying on the couch, she comes, lays on the floor in front of you, reach over and start and just say crash or whatever the command word is that you want to use. You don't have to use my words. Eventually, she will associate the two things. So now I'll show you a little petting with a purpose. So I'm going to hold a treat in my hand like this. Now I keep my hand flat with the palm facing the ceiling. For a dog, the more flat your hand is, the more it's for them. The more closed, the less it's for them. Now also where it is vertically matters. So I start out with my arm, it's hard to shoot myself, but at a 90-degree angle. And then when the dog comes to me, I raise it over their head in kind of an arcing pattern, kind of like this, to put them into a sit. So let me kind of show you here. Come. If she dances, I bend at the elbow. There we go. Sit. Now this time I'm using a treat in addition to petting. If you consistently always give a treat and scratch underneath at the same time, eventually the dog will associate those two things and the pet becomes the same thing as a treat. Petting with a purpose is probably one of the easiest things that you can do sit that will have the biggest impact on your dog. Now, one other thing is when you're petting her, she puts her paw on top of your arm like that, that's a dominance move. So you immediately stop petting. Eventually she understands if I'm getting petted, I should just sit back and enjoy it rather than trying to control the situation. All right, that's petting with a purpose.